Hi everyone, Jeanette Foltz here. I'm at Yoga Mandali, about to offer a short practice using a chair, a bolster. So this is geared towards level 1, people who have a little bit of restrictions. And it's really nice to calm the nervous system, boost the immune system, and really get out of that fight or flight. So a lot of forward folds, a lot of slow breath. So join me now, grabbing your bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, you can always take a couch cushion or a couple blankets or even some bath towels. And you want to get a nice lift here. So we can just start with a lift. You can even use a chair too, so if that works better than sitting on a bolster, do that. So let's join our hands together in front of our heart. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in, and a long, slow exhale. Take a moment to really notice what's happening in your internal space, your internal experience. Notice if your nervous system is on overdrive, anxiety high, fear levels high, or maybe they're not and you're feeling really calm. Just notice how you showed up right here, right now. The body, any aches, pains, tension. And as we're moving through this practice, I invite you to really take good care. This is a time to take care of yourself on all levels, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Slow down if you need to, modify where you need to, skip something if you need to. So let's take a deep breath in and sound Om with me. Breath in. Om. And let's open some space here. Individual space, drawing up, and then exhaling down center line. And let's open up a space for all of us who are doing this video together. Remembering our class, remembering our classmates. Exhale, draw them into our hearts. And inhale for the health and well-being of the whole world. Exhale. Releasing your hands down by your side. And we're going to come off the bolster for a moment. And you're going to use the bolster or your pillow or the rolled up blanket for a child's pose. So a supported child's pose. You're going to cross your hands like this, one over the other. Place them on the bolster. Walk your hips back. And just set your hips down by your heels. Make sure you get nice and comfortable. And let your forehead meet the crossed wrists. And here, and if you're experiencing any cold-like symptoms, you might get a little, there might be some congestion. So if you need to breathe through your mouth, that's fine. But allow yourself to soften here. Taking a count of an inhale for 4. And then a slow exhale of 6. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale 4. Exhale 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up nice and slowly. I'm going to move in so I'm in camera shot. Inhale, arms come up all the way overhead. Clasp your hands, press your palms up. And now lengthen the spine and do a little tiny back bend. So we just closed in, now we're opening up. Exhale, release the arms down. Taking your bolster a little further away from you now, knees come apart. Put your hands on the bolster. And you're going to extend your arms all the way down, reach your hips back, knees are wide, and allow your head to come down. Maybe it reaches the floor, maybe it doesn't. You can even put a little blanket or towel there for your forehead. But if your arms can lift up a little higher in a restorative, lengthened child's pose, that's great. We'll take another inhale at 4. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 4. And on the exhale, let it be longer, slower. Let yourself soften, let your hips soften, your knees soften, your hands, your shoulders. And on the next inhale, slowly walk your hands back in, knees back in. You can even slide that bolster if you need to underneath you, right like that. Inhale, arms come all the way up, clasp the hands, and do another long stretch. Inhale. Let your chin come in, the crown up, shoulder blades slide down, rib cage comes in. Exhale, hands come down. Beautiful. And now sliding this bolster out. We're going to come onto all fours, spreading the fingers. The wrist creases are parallel to the front of the mat. Belly comes in, nice long line of the spine. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, draw the sit bones back, crown goes up, heart pulls forward, opening the throat. And do that 2 more times, nice and slow. Exhale, round. Inhale, draw the heart through. Even slower. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping this arch, curl the toes under, pull the hips back, lift the knees up off the floor, come high onto the tippy toes, belly pulls in, and just reconnect your hands to the floor, bend the elbows a little bit, wrap them underneath, open the armpits, bend the knees a lot together, nice long spine, sink the left heel, keep the right knee bent, let the head shake, then switch. Left knee bends, right heel sinks. One more time. Pedaling, maybe some of you will sway your hips or move the spine side to side. Come high onto the tippy toes, navel comes in. Exhale, both heels sink towards the floor. Maybe you even lift and spread the toes to activate the front of the shins. Firm those thigh bones back, lengthen the spine. And now soften the knees, walk forward, forward fold of your choice. So allow yourself to just drape or clasp, whichever feels better. I'm going to shake out my head. Inhale, halfway up, inhale. Exhale and bow. Hands come to the hips, elbows are pointed up as we flat back up. Tailbone goes down, crown lifts, arms reach all the way up. On the exhale, let the hands come down center line. Pause. Find your alignment, which is ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over the heels, tailbone down, lower belly zips, collarbones wide, head of the arm bones back. Palms open. Beautiful, and just notice how you feel now after just some brief movement. And we're going to invite a chair into the practice. So if you don't have a chair, this is not a yoga chair. This is the chair that we have in the studio. So you can grab any chair, even the couch, and just come to a nice seated position. I'm right on the edge. Arms come all the way up again. Turn the palms up, lift and lengthen, shin comes in. And now just take a nice side stretch over to one side. Beautiful. Dropping into that same side. So same side hip gets heavy. Releasing one arm down to the chair and lift and lengthen over. Here I like to move my neck side to side just to feel like it's clear and there's no tension there. Soften my ear towards the shoulder and re-lengthen that top arm. Slowly bring it down. Release the arm. Inhale, both arms come up. Look up, stretch up. This time bring it down center line. With an exhale that's long and smooth. Both arms come all the way up. Clasp, press, and arc the other way. Dropping into that hip a little heavier. Feel your hips even and steady. Let there be some space in the neck so you're not really, tightening up here. You're softening and stretching. Release that arm to the chair. Stretch the top arm high, then over. And tuck the chin in, find some length in the back of the neck. Let your head be soft. Feel the side body stretching. Inhale. Arms come down. Shrug both shoulders to the ears. And let it drop. 2 more times. Inhale. Last time. And lift and roll. Lift, roll them back, settle them down, and do it again. Big shoulder rolls. Notice if there's any tension or stress in the neck, and intentionally soften it. From here, taking your hands in front, clasp them again, and press forward. This time, round the back like you're in cat pose. Belly pulls in, rib cage pulls in. Back widens, shoulder blades spread. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, hands come behind the head. Press the head into the hands. Let the chin tuck in slightly. Draw your armpits back. Good. And then soften the head. And then press it back into the hands for 3, 2, 1. Relax the head, pressing the head back and into the hands with a little resistance of the hands for 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to do it one more time. Press the head backwards, resist the hand with the hands. 3, 2, 1, and again, take it over to the side, pointing one elbow up to the ceiling, one elbow down. Back up to center, lift and lengthen the back of the skull. And now over to the other side. Point the elbow up, stretch the armpit, stretch the rib, press the head into the hands. Inhale, come up. Now on the exhale, round again. This time elbows come in, chin comes in, belly rolls in, the back rounds, tucking in, stretch the spine. And then inhale, open all the way up. Releasing the arms, and you're going to clasp the back of the chair. So I'm going to show you how that looks. So right here, I'm on the edge of the chair. I've reached around, and I'm going to grab the back of the chair. This chair is this has a further back than I'm used to with those metal chairs. So the first part is to ground down through the feet and the hips, lengthen up to the crown, head of the arm bones roll back. Shoulder blades slide down, belly zips in, and you lift and lengthen. And the idea is to roll this outwards that way. So I'm feeling a nice stretch through my shoulders, getting my lungs to spread and lift. Inhale into the heart. Maybe even send your heart a little further forward with a baby back bend. On the exhale, release the hands. You can come to the thighs. Slide your hands down for support and fold over this bent knee position. And letting your head go, let your shoulders in count, 6 out count. Do it again. Inhale, 4. On the exhale, feel yourself soften even more. Surrender into the fold. Feel your back soften. And now, sliding your hands up to the knees, point the elbows up. Belly pulls in as you hinge flat back up to an upright seated position. Pause there. You might need to keep your chin down if you get dizzy. And then coming back up, feeling your body now. I'm going to turn back to center so you can see. And one more stretch for the neck. So I'm going to scooch a little over to the side so I can grab the edge of the chair. Actually, I'm going to grab it with this side. So I'm grabbing my hand to the chair. So you can grab wherever you can get a nice hook. Lift and lengthen through the spine, and then I'm going to tip the opposite way. So my neck, if you can see, my neck and my shoulder will get stretched with this little traction that's happening. I'm letting the ear drop towards the shoulder. And I can even lean with a nice hook of the chair. I can lean over to the side. And what I'm feeling is the long muscles of the side of the neck. And you can take some time here to move the neck gently down, front, tipping the chin in towards the opposite armpit. Just finding some spaces that might need some de-stress, some stretch, some relaxation. Use that breath work, 4 count in, 6 count out. And now, instead of snapping back out of it, we're just going to release the hand, the bottom hand, take the other hand and draw it up. Bring your head back to center. Pause for a moment. And then scooch over to the other side. You may or may not need to do that. You're going to grab onto the chair wherever you can grab. And the first step is to get that length in the spine. Spread the collarbones, lift through the crown. Chin is parallel to the floor. Tip your head over to the side. Oh, that feels good right there. And you might notice difference from side to side. Like this side definitely feels less tight than the other side. And then I'm going to start a little lean. I can lean more to the side that my head is tipping. My ear is directly over my shoulder. But now I'm going to add a little micro movement, trying to explore and see what other muscles in my neck I can get to. But do this very slowly and notice what you're feeling just by moving the chin or the nose in little circles or reaches. So I'm going to tuck my chin towards my armpit. And then wherever you feel drawn to stay for a breath in, a 4, and out for 6. Inhale. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hand. Let it come back. Then use this hand to draw all the way back up to center. Release the hand. Close the eyes. Feel the shoulders. Feel the neck. Inhale, shrug. Roll it back and let it come down. Beautiful. And now just do some head rotations. Look all the way over one shoulder. Slowly rotate back. Look all the way over the other shoulder. And then rotate back. Beautiful. Come forward, hands come into prayer position. Press the weight to the feet. You might want to separate your feet hip distance apart. And now this is like Utkatasana. I'm just going to press my feet into the floor. Hips come off the chair a little bit and slowly rise. So you're using Utkatasana to come to standing. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, down center line. Beautiful. We're just going to do a chair vinyasa now. And You don't have to use the chair too. You can come to the floor and just do down dog on the floor. But for those of you who have some limitations or just feeling like you want to take it a little bit easy these days and have a calmer practice, this is great to do. So come standing a few feet in front of the chair. Inhale, arms up. This is similar to a sun salute on the floor. Exhale, swan dive. Let your hands come to the chair and let your forehead bow down to the chair. Inhale, press halfway up. Exhale, walk your feet back to a down dog on the chair. So I'm spreading my fingers wide on the chair, pulling my hips back, belly pulls in, head sinks between the arms. So my ears are framed by my arms. If you find you're really rounding your back like this, bend the knees a lot so you can start to pull those sit bones back, the hips back, lengthen the spine and drape the heart. And then if you can, start to straighten your legs. But if that's not possible today, just stay with the bent knee. And now inhale, you're gonna round up as if you were in cat. Come up onto tippy toes and hinge forward, shoulders over the wrists, walk your feet back, and here's your plank on the chair. Plank on the chair, lower the hips a little bit. And so some of you might just want to go back into down dog, but some of you might want to drape your feet down, even put the tops of the feet on the floor like a cobra. So, or an up dog. Exhale, pull the hips back, downward facing dog. There's so many variations that you can do with that. You don't have to do that up dog move. You can just go back to this downward facing dog. I'm going to step forward, inhale halfway up, exhale bow. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Connect the hands, draw it down center line. Coming back to the heart. Shoulder heads are back. Let's do it again, adding a little crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, pulling hips back. Chest comes down, forehead comes down. Inhale, halfway up. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Remember all the adjustments. Make it yours. Make it feel good. Lift up onto tippy toes, round the back. Peel forward and come into your plank. Strengthen your core, strengthen your arms. Stay here or draw it forward into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog again. Step forward with the right foot right underneath the chair. The knee is going to bend. Come right up onto your tippy toes of your left foot. And you can stay here in this lunge here, or you can leave the chair, sweep your arms up. Crescent lunge. Don't let that back leg be sloppy now. You're going to draw back, draw the shoulders back, lift the heart, look up, breathe in, widening out through the lungs. Exhale, hands come down, downward facing dog on the chair. Pull back. Pull up onto your tippy toes, roll it forward. I'm going to skip the up dog just to show you, and then pressing it back downward facing dog. Coming forward with the left foot, stepping right next to the chair. Knee's going to bend, knee over ankle. Come up onto the right toes. Hands can stay on the chair, especially if you're a little wobbly like that, or you can come with the hands onto the hips. Maybe you have to bend the knee to draw the hips in, lengthen side body, or you can really energize that back leg and let it puff up. Arms come up overhead. Here's a nice straight shot. However, if you want to really pull back a little bit, I can feel more psoas action, more hip flexor here. And exhale, hands come down, stepping forward into halfway up. Exhale, bow, cross your hands like we did in child's pose, and rest there for a moment. Deep breath in, slow exhale. Bend the knees, hands to the chair, push up. Exhale, hands to the hips and hinge all the way up. Pause for a moment, feel. coming back to the chair, seated, and we'll work the hip, and then we'll call it a class. Nice little short, simple class on the chair. Crossing right leg over left knee. Okay, so I'm coming right to the edge of the chair. So this might be enough for most of you. Make sure that your foot is flexed. If you have any knee issues, you always want to activate the foot to support the knee. And let the knee come down as much as you can. Your hips are square. And re-establish the length, shoulders back. You could always add that lift of the arms by grabbing the back of a chair so you get this nice opening of the shoulders and of the heart. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands to your hand and your foot, the knee and the foot, that is, and come forward. So right about here is where I'm starting to feel the outer edge of my right hip. So I'm going to start to take it slow, drop into that same breathing pattern of 4 in, 6 out. And maybe my body will allow me to come a little bit further forward. And maybe it'll even allow me to bow all the way down, letting my arms drape, letting my head drape. If that is too much, just stay halfway up here, or wherever you will feel like your boundary is, that you need to stay and breathe and allow. Allow that right hip to soften as much as possible. Slow down the breathing and add another count to your exhale. So if it was at 6 for the exhale, go to 7, go to 8. Really slow it down. Inhale, lift on up. Pause. Cross that right leg over the left even more. Left hand comes to the right knee, so opposite hand to the opposite knee. Belly lifts, turns to the right, and I can reach to the back of my chair for a nice spinal twist, or the back seat of my chair. So whatever feels best on your shoulders, and you don't want to have the shoulders all hiked. You want to allow your shoulder blades to soften down, your collarbones to widen, the back of the skull to lift, and imagine that your lungs can fill and widen sideways, and the sternum, the heart, lift up as you take this gentle twist, looking over your back shoulder, right shoulder. Exhale, nice, slow, long count. Let yourself get grounded, steady, and stable. And start to release out. Uncross the legs, widen it out for a moment. Inhale, open up. Exhale, paint the heart forward to a forward fold, but then we're going to roll back up immediately. So chin tucks in, round the back, push into the hands to roll it up. Stack your vertebrae and walk your feet back, hip distance apart. Cross the left ankle over right knee and notice how it feels. So soft foot, flex foot, support the knee. And some of you might want to reach around to the back of the chair, do a little back bend first, launching the chest forward, shoulder blades slide towards the spine, lift the chin, but draw the back of the head up a little bit so you're not crunching into your neck, you're lengthening your neck. And when you're ready, we're going to start to fold, feeling the pigeon on the chair, pigeon pose on the chair. So right about here, I'm keeping my spine long. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me from side. So I'm here, and I'm keeping my spine nice and long to begin with, and I'm feeling the outer left edge of the hip. And when my body allows, I'll go a little bit more and a little bit more, dropping into the breathing of 4 in, 6 out. But then I'm going to lengthen it as my body allows me to move further into the pose. I can breathe in for 4 and then breathe out for 7. Or 6 or 8, whatever count works for you. to upright. And then the left knee will cross a little bit further over the right, so knee over knee. Right hand goes on left knee. And so this left arm can either come back and grab the chair. If you have a shorter chair than this, it can drape over the back. You can even put it on the back of the chair, of the seat. So inhale, some length. And then there's a twist to the left. Chin looks towards the back left shoulder. Let the shoulder drape down, because some people like draw it all the way up like that. Let it slide down. Heart lifts. And try not to crank through the spine vigorously. Try to let it be a nice, gentle, sweet, like almost like a hug of a twist, rather than like So bring some breath, find that central channel. Slow, long exhale. Settle the shoulders. Lift the back of the skull. Widen through the collarbones. And then on the exhale, soften out. Uncross the legs. One more wave of a fold. I'll slide my chin back. So lift it up. I'm going to wave forward. Put my hands on my knees, but then I'm going to push myself back up, waving back up, cat pose. Inhale. Exhale, and here, let's just settle. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hands on your thighs. Feel your whole nervous system a little bit more steady and still. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that again. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And turn towards you. Thank you so much. I hope this helps during this time to practice with me. I'll be making other videos and sending them out. But this is a shout out to my class, my beautiful, lovely class.